Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Thanks, Jeff. Needed that. I do feel like I've spent so much time on this channel talking about, hey, can you start a Pokemon business? Yes, you absolutely can. How do you start a Pokemon business? Well, here's how. That's a lot of my channel, is like showing you guys how to do it. Using a lot of the tools and strategies that I've used, primarily on TCG Player. But in this video, I'm going to hopefully help you answer the question of should you? In fact, I'm going to be kind of playing the negative here and give you a few reasons why I think that you shouldn't start a Pokemon business. So let me try and talk you out of this. And if by the end of this video you're like, yeah, okay, TJ, okay, I hear you, but I still want to explore this, I still want to make this happen, then it might be for you. But what's up? My name is TJ. I run a Pokemon card business called PokePaster TCG, where I've done close to 250,000. Wow, $250,000. That's crazy. 250,000. We'll go with that. $250,000 sounds like you're trying to flex something that is. Anyways, numbers are numbers. But I've sold a lot of cards, and then in this channel, I help you guys explore what it looks like to have a store of your own to sell and move cards on TCG Player. And by the way, for those of you who showed up last night kind of unexpectedly to the live stream that I did, thank you. That was super fun. I had an absolute blast. And that was just kind of a testing thing. I didn't announce that to anyone. But what I am announcing is that tomorrow night, Tuesday, July, what day is today? I don't even know. This is good. Good. Tuesday, July 8th. I'm going to be going live at 8:30 p.m. So 8:30 p.m. Central Time, I'll be going live here on the YouTube channel. I'll have a few orders to put together, but other than that, I'll just be hanging out, answering questions. If you guys put in orders from my store during the stream, I'll put those together and you guys can see me pack your order up and stuff. But that's going to all happen tomorrow night, like I said, Tuesday, July 8th at 8:30 p.m. So come by and then say what's up. It's going to be a blast and it'll look better. This last video, like I have a nice camera, but I don't know if I didn't have the settings right or whatnot, but it basically looked like the Blair Witch Project, which is a fair movie, but yeah, that's not what you're really going for when you do a live stream. But hey, so if you like the Blair Witch Project, come back for more. No, just kidding. But let me talk to you guys about this, okay? Because I feel like so many of you have reached out and like, hey, like I want to start one, and I think that's cool. And for some of you, you absolutely will start a Pokemon card business, and it will be awesome for you. You'll get to make some extra change. Maybe it will kind of help fuel your collection a little bit. Although, yeah, I'll kind of get into that in a couple moments. And maybe for some of you, it will like provide a serious, legitimate source of income for your family. And for a slight, like minute fraction of people, this might be the start of a career where you are going to have a legit full-time career in selling pieces of cardboard, whether it's Pokemon cards, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, Lorcana, all the other stuff. League of Legends game coming soon. That's cool. So here's why you shouldn't start a Pokemon card business, okay? Number one is the collector in you dies a little bit, and it should die a little bit. And let me explain to you what I mean. You are likely watching YouTube in the Pokemon space. You likely even have a solid collection of cards that you're looking to move because you're passionate about Pokemon cards. You like them. There's a little bit of a collector in you where over the years you've opened packs and you've got these really cool pieces of cardboard that have value to you and they have value to other people too. And they have, there are these really, really cool, let me grab a couple. Why are these all evolutions around me? Really cool pieces of art. Whoa, look at that. Yeah, sick. Hey, so sick. And that's cool. And you've got them maybe in binders or in places and you like to collect stuff. Well, let me tell you that when you enter into the business space, some of that collector has to be put to rest, and here's why. The more time you spend in the business space, the less time stuff like this looks like art, and the more it starts to look like inventory. And I'm not saying that I don't enjoy Pokemon cards anymore. I really do. In fact, there's something still really special knowing that, hey, do I own these right now? Sure. Are these really mine? Yes and no. And when I'm saying no, I'm saying that like I'm going to sell these. In fact, someone already bought these cards. I'm going to be packing them up tonight. But I still get a sense of enjoyment every time I see a really cool card come in and I know I'm going to sell it. And so maybe that makes me weird. Maybe you're wired the same way. But for those of you who like to keep stuff, that's really, really tough. Especially if you're going to scale, especially if you're going to be acquiring really cool stuff all the time exclusively to sell it, which if you are legitimate and serious about building a business, you should start off by selling a bulk of your collection. Now, if you're just looking to like move bulk cards, cheap cards, so that you can have more money to buy big cards, that's great. And that's more of like a, hobby seller thing. But I'm saying, like, if you're really trying to start a business, you have to let some of the collector die. And that's difficult and that's tricky, because every time you flip a Moonbryon or a really cool old base set Charizard, or what's another cool card that I sold a little bit ago? The Gengar Mimikyu alt art. That's such a cool card. So spooky. I love spooky stuff. The collector has to die in you a little bit. And so that's why you shouldn't start a Pokemon card business, because you have to let that collector go. Here's the second reason why you should not start a Pokemon card business: because margins are crazy, crazy slim. That's something that you'll hear people like, well, I just did it at the beginning of this video. Oftentimes you'll hear people talk about numbers to like kind of prove their credibility, which, I mean, it's totally true. Like, if anyone is able to move like lots of numbers and sell a ton of volume, like, they definitely know a lot about liquidating inventory, moving cards. Like, it definitely is worth something. But when people flex big numbers, you guys have to understand that margins are very, very slim in this business. Like, if someone's profit margins are like 15-20%, they are doing very, very well. Like, that is very good. In fact, sometimes for people who are like big sellers who sell like millions of dollars a year, especially if they're in some of like the sealed business, sometimes we're talking like 5%, 10%, right? Profit margins. So like when they flex like, hey, I've done $1 million in sales, like, sure, but you made 5% on that $1 million, which still a lot of money. 5% of $1 million, that's still 50 grand, okay? And that's some pastor math for you right there. So that's still a ton. I read this statistic the other day. I don't know how true it is, but it said that for grocery stores, profit margins for grocery stores are 2%. Like, now that's like millions, tens of millions sometimes, right? So like this ends up being a lot of money, but margins are slim. And so in order to make money, you have to sell a ton of cards. You have to buy a ton of cards. And sure, you can like scale up, you can build capital. Yeah, but profit margins are slim. It's not like you're just going to be like, oh, I sold $100,000 worth of cards. I made, 50 grand. I made 60 grand. Like, that's just not how it works. And then because of that, the last reason why you should not start a Pokemon card business is because it is a ton of work. And I've heard a few YouTubers talk about this who are in like the Pokemon business space, is they like urge you, they plead with you to like not do it. And I'm kind of like joining their voices, really. Like, it is a lot of work. And don't misunderstand me. I by no means am like complaining about what I'm doing. I really, really enjoy this, but I enjoy this enough to get through the really hard work. And when I say really hard work, it's like, when you're constantly buying and selling stuff, you're in constant communication with these various people who you're trying to buy their collections from. And they want 80%, but you want 70%. And then, you say that to somebody and then they call you a name, or like, or you're constantly having this like negotiations go on. And so that is just where your headspace is, right? And then you've got inventory that needs to be listed. You've got inventory that is listed that needs to go out. You've got to make sure you have the right supplies. You've got to deal with the customers who don't get their card, or they got their card, but then it's lightly played and they thought it was near mint. And then you got to be like, well, is it really lightly? Like, all this stuff, right? You have to sort cards. You've got to alphabetize cards. You have to, get very, very intimate with that card sorting tray over there. Or you have to spend $800 or $900 a month to buy a card sorting machine, which is a big financial thing. And that's what I did. It's not here yet, but I'm excited to show you guys that when it gets here. All that to say, it is a ton of work. And most evenings, like I spend the evenings either yapping into a camera in this basement, or filling orders, right? And I don't know if I'm a psycho, but I enjoy it. I am definitely like fueled by passion still right now, because I love the business side of this hobby. I love seeing these cards come in and having these cards go out, and I've loved building connections, building relationships with you guys. So for me, it's all absolutely been worth it. But if you were to like keep track of all of the like hours that you put in and compare that to the amount of actual income that you're earning, I don't know, right? To be honest, I'm not even sure. I don't do a very good job of tracking my hours because to me it doesn't really feel like work, but I'm sure there are a lot of other things you can do and make more money to like buy more cards if that's really what you're looking to do. Now, there absolutely is something to be said for having something that you built. There's absolutely something to be said for like not having a boss or like a system that you report to. This is just all you. And I know I'm trying to talk you guys out of this right now, but this is just me yapping. So yeah, that's the third thing is that it is hard. It's very, very hard work. So in summary, the 3 reasons why you should not start a Pokemon card business is because the collector in you has to die a little bit, because the margins are very, very slim, and that it takes a ton of really hard work. And so if you're still with me and you're still watching the video and you're not like, okay, yep, this guy was right, I'm out. For those of you who are still here and you're like, okay, buddy, I hear you, and I want to prove you wrong. Like, I think you're right. Or maybe you think I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, that's fine. But if you're hearing what I'm saying and you're like, hey, I still think this is for me, then it might be. It might just be for you, and you might have a future making a Pokemon card business. And if that's you, I've got all sorts of videos that I can help you with to get you going, right? And maybe, hopefully, that'd be really sick. Someday you outgrow me and you sell a bunch more cards than me, and you know, become a full-time career, you know, Pokemon card, Magic card, Yu-Gi-Oh card, whatever slinger. But I want to be upfront. Like, this is not like oh, you get to see all this shiny cardboard come in and then all of a sudden money just hops into your bank account. Like, that's not how this works. It is a ton of work. It is a ton of risk. And yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. You might need to be a little wacko, a little psycho a little bit to enjoy something like this and to make it work. But again, if you are one of those people, it's pretty sick, and I love it. And gosh, I've gotten so much fulfillment out of doing this, and maybe, just maybe, you do too. And so, like I said, check out my videos that show you guys how to do all the stuff I've done if you really are into this. And then tomorrow night, 8:30, July 8th, I'm going to be going live, 8:30 Central Time, and so come hang out then. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, do those things. Jesus loves you. I really, really believe in that. I think God has an incredible plan for your life that's bigger than Pokemon cards. It's bigger than all the other stuff. That's very, very important. I want to let you know that. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.